So how do you teach your child the alphabet? Well, you've probably spent some time teaching your child how to sing the alphabet song. But now they know their ABCs, you've got the tricky part, which is how do you get them to write it? Well, there are two stages involved in learning to write the alphabet. Now, the first stage is really all the pre-writing skills. And this is the stuff that gets their hand muscles really primed and ready to grip the pencil and actually form the letters. The other part of learning the alphabet is learning the alphabet knowledge or the alphabetic code. And this is the understanding that alphabet letters have names, they make sounds, they have uppercase and lowercase versions. So let's start with some pre-writing skills and things that you can do to get your children ready for writing. Now, one of the great things you can do is get them rolling and squashing and scrunching up balls of Play-Doh, because what this does, it really helps their hand muscles. Another thing you can do is called the tripod challenge. So if you get some little shells or beads or small things and ask your child to use their three fingers, their thumb and their other two fingers. So it's like a pincer grip, but it's actually three of them, three fingers. Get them to pick up little things because that's really good for helping them when they come to use the tripod pencil grip later. Another really good activity is tracking and tracing. So things like mazes where you have a wall and you keep within the guidelines, that's actually really lovely for children as well because it helps them with their fine motor control and drawing over dotted lines. But don't just do straight lines, do squiggles and circles and all kinds of shapes just to get their hand movements used to all the letters that they're going to be writing later. So, once you've worked out your pre-writing skills, now let's have a look at how you teach the next part of the skill, which is the alphabet knowledge, and how you teach children to understand that there are all these letters of the alphabet, they all have names, they all have sounds, and they have upper and lowercase letters. Now, my top tip is to introduce one letter at a time and introduce its sound. So I would start with lowercase letters, to be honest, and I would then match it to its name, which is its uppercase letter. Then you need to be able to recognize the letter in print. So definitely have a look around in the environment and find the letters that you're working on. So I started with my child's name, it was just easier. And her first letter is H for Hannah. So we'd look around and find as many letters as we could find, and the H letters in the shops, in the streets. It was just really good for her to put it all into context. Flashcards are also a really good way of building that letter knowledge and matching games. So matching lowercase and uppercase letters as well, because this is something that children will take a little while to get. Now, the jury is out a little bit on whether you teach uppercase or lowercase letters first. Personally, I'd go with lowercase. I just find that they're easier to write. Uppercase letters, there's a lot of coming on and off the paper, stopping and starting, whereas lowercase letters are a lot more fluid for young children. Also, there's a lot more lowercase letters around, so when they're reading, they'll see more lowercase letters in a piece of text than the uppercase ones. That's just my personal preference. Now, skill building. What can you do to build the actual writing skills? Well, make it multisensory. So as your child is writing the letter, get them to say the letter sound at the same time. So this is the letter A, it makes the sound A. Get them to make the letter, get them to really understand what that letter shape looks like and make it with their fingers. So trace letters in the air, trace them in paint, blow on a window, steam up some glass and trace it with your finger. But just get them used to writing those letter shapes. Track and trace it. So you could do outlines of letters or you could dot them and get the child to go over the top. And you need to model it for them too. So give them some really clear instructions. I'm starting here, I'm going to follow the line up here, I'm curving around here, and get them to watch you as you do it so that they can do it too. Don't forget to help them with their pencil grip. So I mentioned before that a tripod grip is the best kind of grip. So it's using 3 fingers. A lot of children like to hold pencils in their fist when they're younger, or they hold it this way, but it's a good progression to holding it with 3 fingers because it gives them a lot more control when they're writing the letters. Don't forget, of course, lots of praise, lots of encouragement, and really make it fun. And I'm sure if you do all of those things and build up those skills, you'll have no trouble helping your children to learn the alphabet.